All right, guys, it is Thursday, December the 11th, 2025. It's 9:15. I'm just getting out here. Gonna be a short day today. Air temp this morning was 53. Water temp is 63 degrees, and it's come down a little bit since I was out Monday, but we've had a couple pretty cold days. Wind, I don't know what that is, kind of out of the north, it looks like. It's light breeze, it's not too bad. And for the most part, bluebird sky. There's a few clouds down to the south. Wispy clouds. Anyway, let's go have some fun. Bye. Pickerel. Throwing a old shad rap. There's a weed line out here, and this is what I was doing a year ago at this time. Went back and looked at my old videos to see what I was doing. Throwing a shad rap along the outside of this weed edge, so that's what I'm trying to do. Not fast and furious, that's for sure, but I hit triple hook. All right, shad rap. That shad rap is probably 30 years old, 40 years old. It is beat up, faded. Another one, better one. That's a pretty decent one. About 3 casts later, he's got it through the top and bottom lip. It's okay, bud. I'm gonna let you go. Shad Rap. Yeah, it's not that big, £1.5 pounds. I kind of changing spots, kind of moving across the lake, and I was just basically trolling it behind the boat. Out in the middle of nowhere. The biggest one yet. I'm gonna net him. He's got a mouthful of treble hook. One hook. It's got a barb in the top and one in the bottom. There we go. Cut it out. Yeah. Got that hook wrapped around his lip. There we go. That's decent. They're getting these treble hooks everywhere. Hit it. of fun. Same size as that last one. He might go a pound. Chatterbait. I got pretty light line on here. That one. Fat too. Let's see what that one weighs. I started slow rolling a little chatterbait along the bottom. And he slammed it. I go 4. Man, my guesser is way off. It's 3.5. 3 pounds, 7.5 ounces. My eyes are deceiving me. I'll take it. See if we can do that again. Another small one. Oops, came off. That was on the Shad Rap. Grab him around the back, got a hook in his back, one in his lip. I guess the littlest one yet. shorter. All right, guys, that's it for Thursday. Another successful day as far as I'm concerned for little old Lake Hernando. Had quite a few fish, not really sure how many. I did have a good kicker in there, a 3.5 pounder, and a couple more over 2, so it was a good day as far as I'm concerned. I did go back in my videos, which is why I started posting these on YouTube, so I could go back and see what I was doing at different types of year, what was working, what wasn't, etc. You guys can do that too. Appreciate you watching. Anyway, a year ago at this time, I was fishing offshore, fishing the weed lines. They're submerged weed lines. The hydrilla comes out quite a ways past all the pads and the reeds and everything. And they end out anywhere from 8 to 12 foot of water. Or they don't really end, but they get a lot more sparse and then a little bit lower lying. So there's kind of a wall there, which is what I'm looking for. I did use the forward-facing sonar, but I wasn't using it to look at fish. In fact, I never saw any of these fish that I caught, but it helps me keep a better watch on the weed line, makes it a little easier. And everything I caught on, except for one, came on a Rapala Shad Rap. This is a Deep Runner 8, so it's a size 8 Shad Rap. It says made in Finland on it. I don't know if they're made in Finland anymore. Probably not. So that might give you an idea how old that thing is. Probably 30 at least, 35, maybe even 40 years old. The only one I have left. I'm gonna try to see if I can find some more. But when I started using this last year, the hooks they're about half this size. They're really small hooks that came on it. They were rusted and bent up. So I put a little larger hook on there. It hooks the fish a little better. Plus it makes this more suspending, which I think helps. I am running it on 10-pound test line just to help it get down a little bit deeper. I'm trying to just tick the top of that submerged grass. But like I say, I didn't see any of these fish. So they're buried in that grass, either in the wall or in the low-lying hydrilla, and they're coming up and eating it. All the fish came on that except for one. And I caught it on a chatterbait. It's a 3/8 ounce size. It's got I call it a stealth blade. Maybe that's what they call it too, but it's a smaller blade and it's a clear plastic. You don't get that flash and you don't get quite the vibration out of it. And I've got a Yamamoto Zaco, a 4-inch Zaco on there as a trailer. And that 3.5 pounder, man, he slammed that thing, but it's on 10-pound test too, because that's what I had on that reel. But I throw it out and let it sink to the bottom, and I just kind of yo-yo it or swim it right over the top of that submerged grass. Like I say, that's the only one I caught on there. And anyway, that's it. Hopefully I'll be out next Tuesday. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.